Another shot from Billy's pistol struck him in the chest, and he crumpled to the floor. His revolver cocked again, Billy scanned the faces of the startled spectators, alert for the possibility that Malone might have brought a posse man along for support. After a moment, when it appeared that the deputy had acted alone, Billy released the hammer, holstered the weapon, and laughed. "Did you see the look on that bastard's face when he saw my .44 come out from under the table?" Then he cocked an eye toward the Choctaw blacksmith. "I reckon I ought to thank you for giving me the jump on that son of a bitch. That gun was in my lap, 'cause I was fixing to shoot your ass if you drew one more card off the bottom of the deck." Concerned now for his own neck, the Choctaw stammered nervously in defense. Hell no, Billy. I know better than to cheat on you. I swear I wasn't even thinking about bottom dealing. I just had a little streak of luck, that's all." "Yeah. Well, that little streak was fixing to end," Billy threatened as he bent over the deputy's body to relieve it of anything of value. Then he straightened up and looked around at the circle of spectators, some of whom were heading for the door, the Choctaw among them. "He took a hell of a long ride from Fort Smith just to get shot, didn't he? Somebody drag his carcass out of here." He paused when another thought occurred to him. "And don't nobody get no ideas about the horse he rode in on." Ed Lenta, the owner of the little trading post that served as a watering hole for more than a few outlaws hiding out in Indian territory, stepped forward to grab one of Malone's ankles. "Give me a hand, Charlie," he said to the man standing closest to him. Turning to Billy while Charlie took hold of Malone's other ankle, he complained. "Damn, Billy. I wish you'd have took care of this before you let him to my door. I sure as hell don't need a bunch of marshals coming for a visit." Quit your belly aching, Ed," Billy responded. "I spent a hell of a lot of money in this dump you call a saloon." It galled Ed to put up with Billy's obvious lack of concern for his actions. Had it been anyone other than Billy, Ed would most likely have thrown him out the door and warned him never to come back. Snot-nosed kid, Ed thought. Billy wasn't but 18, but he was the youngest son of Jacob Blanchard, and that was the reason everybody tolerated the obnoxious young gunman. His father cast a big shadow, even down here in Indian territory. In spite of the fact that Billy was spending a lot of the bank's money in Ed's place, he had wished he would move on after holing up in his back room for the last 3 days. Now he was left with a body to hide, hoping no one in Fort Smith knew where the deputy had gone to look for Billy. Thanks to the young hothead, many of Ed's regular customers would most likely shun his place for a good while, for fear of encountering a marshal's posse. And Ed would have to hide his stock of illegal whiskey under the floorboards behind his bar in case of a surprise visit. He had been lucky so far because the US Marshal service in Fort Worth had not found his tiny trading post on the south bank of the Canadian River, deep in the nations. While Ed and Charlie dragged the body out the front door, Billy stood casually reloading his pistol. Looking around him again, he demanded, "Where the hell did that damned engine go?" Motioning toward the table, he told the other 2 card players, "Let's get back to the game. I'm too deep in the hole to quit. Maybe with that damn cheating engine gone, somebody else can win a hand." "Not me," one of the men said. "I don't need to hang around till the law shows up." He turned to leave, wasting no time to get out the door in case Billy was still in a killin' mood. "That goes for me, too," the other poker player said, and followed right on his heels. He didn't know if the Indian had been cheating or not, but Billy might get the same idea about anyone else who had a lucky streak. "What the hell's your hurry?" Billy called after them. "Malone was by himself, and it took him 4 days to track me to this hole. Ain't nobody else likely to come nosing around here." "Maybe so," one of the departing men muttered almost under his breath. "But he tracked you here. There might be another one coming along behind him." "Shit," Billy exclaimed in disgust. "He'd get the same as old Malone did." Although boastful in his comments, the possibility of another deputy, and maybe a posse, following him was reason enough to give him second thoughts. No need to take a chance, he decided, so he holstered his pistol and announced, "Looks like everybody's gone chicken-livered around here. I'm tired of this place myself." He walked to the open door and called out to Ed Lenta, who was halfway across the bare yard, dragging the deputy's course.